Off the Hook Outdoors. I'm Ted, your host, and welcome back to another bait making video. We're going to be making some coarse shot stick baits. In other words, I call them my pig sticks. I sell them on my website at OFFTHEHOOKOUTDOORS.us. But we're going to be using itMolds. We're going to be using the 5-inch stick bait mold, and I do, like I said, call these my pig sticks. But we are going to make a coarse shot stick bait, 5-inch. And I'm going to be doing a really nice color. You all know that I like black and blue flake, but today we're going to do a blue body with a black coarse shot. So stick around, and I hope you enjoy the video. For the body, the outside of the body. And like I said, we're going to have a black. Add more, you can never take away from this. So, okay, so we got the blue now, exactly where we want it. Mix this up. Now in this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of teaspoon, I'm going to put the blue flake in, change the color of the plastic itself, which we have plastic here. We're going to put that in there for 2 minutes, and we'll be right back when this. Push down with steady press. Great. Sometimes they don't shoot as well, so we'll see what happens when we pull them out. About 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'll show you. This is the moment of truth. So we have the tips. Let me cut these off for you guys so you can see. Let me put these down here for. They look really good. So you see the black with the blue, black, and the tip of the front is black. All right, we're gonna make another set of these, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. We're mixing this blue up again for the body. Slow, steady pressure for about 10 seconds to get that around those rods, around the rod so there's no air pocket. Plastic, we're going to shoot the rest into the cup, and we'll be back. Blue body with the black just happened to work out pretty good for me today. Giving these out or selling them. This was a watch and win video, so anytime my logo pops up in the video, timestamp, and then you will be entered to win those baits right there. Our fishing season is going to come up. Alright everybody, so before I start, I had taken these rods. These are actually from a yard sign at Home Depot, and I just grabbed the yard sign and I cut these metal rods to size, and they will fit inside of my mold like this. They will go inside each bait, and they will sit like this so you could see them in here. But we'll have to oil these up, but first I am going to mix up the colors first, and I'll show you what colors we're going to be using with that, and then we'll prepare this. And also, guys, this is going to be a watch and win video. So whenever you see my logo pop up during this video, in the timestamp, in the comments, put the timestamp when my logo pops up during this video, and you'll be entered to win the pack of these baits that we make here tonight. So, and it's called a watch and win. You'll see it on the thumbnail. You'll see the eyes, and it says watch and win. So anytime I have that on there, always look for my logo. Whenever the logo pops up during the video, then you write in the comments the timestamp when it appears, and everybody that picks the correct timestamp will be entered in a spin wheel, and it'll be posted on my post page of my channel. So keep an eye out for that as well. Okay guys, so we're going to start with the 2 Pyrex cups. We're going to get my worm blend right here, the dead on plastics. We're going to give it a little shake, and we're going to put some plastic in each cup here. There. We need some for the body and some for the core shot. Okay, so we'll have that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the one in first for about 2 minutes, and we're going to see how that. We got to get it into the clear state, and then we will do the other one here. And this is just, it looks like a milk, and then once it comes up to temperature, which is 350, that will turn crystal clear, and then we will know we can add the color into it. So we'll be right back. Okay, you can see how it gets clear here, but it isn't quite done yet. So what we're going to do is we are going to put it back in for about another 30 seconds, 30 to 40 seconds, and then we'll be ready to add our colorants. Okay guys, well, we got the plastic is ready to go, and this is going to be for the body, the outside of the body. And like I said, we're going to have a black core shot, and we're going to have a blue outside. So we got the clear plastic. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I'm just going to take the one drop, I guess, of the blue. See how dark that makes it, okay? So let's mix this up in here and see what that gives us. And see how blue that gets right there, guys. And we are going to actually make it a little darker. We're probably going to go with another one drop. And we'll see how that looks. You always can add more. You can never take away from this. So, okay, and that's looking a little better with the blue there. Okay, so we got the blue now, exactly where we want it. You can see that right there. And let's clean off the... This can get really messy, so I like to clean it up here for you guys and for myself. We'll put that blue away. Mix this up. Now in this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of navy glitter. It's blue glitter. I'm going to take about 1/8 of a teaspoon, or just about 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'm going to put the blue flake in, and I'm going to mix that up. And we're not using much. We're just using a very light, very little bit of the blue in there. That'll actually change the color of the plastic itself. So we got that going in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take silver hex. And we're going to take 1/8 of a teaspoon of silver. And we're going to add that in with that too. And that's the big hex. Okay, so that is that. And we're going to mix this up really well. And that's going to be the color of our body. Okay. So we're going to set this aside for now. And then we are going to make our core shot, which we have plastic here. I'm going to put that in there for 2 minutes, and we'll be right back when this is ready, guys. Okay, while that's running in the microwave, I wanted to show you the color of the body right here. You could see that is the silver with the navy glitter in there as well, and it's a very light blue, and that's what we're going to be using for the body. This is a really cool color, guys. I really like this color. Besides my black and blue flake stick baits, pig sticks, this is a really good color too, the core shot. So, but we're gonna be getting ready here to make the black core shot real quick. So, we'll be right back. Okay, we took the plastic out, and it is not ready yet. You can still see the milky. It's still a little bit white in there. So we're gonna mix this up. I'm going to put it back in there for about another 45 seconds until it's ready to go. Let's put this down here. Put this back in there for about another, let's go 35 seconds here. 35, and we'll be right back. Okay, we have the plastic ready to go. Now this is just going to be a basic black. So what we're going to do is we're going to put about 2 or 3 drops in here. So 1, 2, 3. Well, we got 4 in there, and it doesn't matter. We want a nice solid black color here, and you can see how that just makes that really dark black there. Mix that up. Let's see, and we're going to actually make it just a little more solid. We're going to put another 1 or 2 drops in. 1, 2, and that's good for that. That should be all the black we need for that, because black is a pretty dominant color, so that will work well. So mix that up really well. Okay, and that's ready to go. Okay, so we're ready for the black, and that's all done, ready to go. We're going to set that aside. Now what we need to do, guys, is we need to get these ready right here, these rods. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rods out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the mold down so you guys can see that. I hope you guys can see that. I'm going to lay the mold down this way. Let me try to get this camera set up a little bit more. Okay, so it's right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I got the mold right here. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to lay these rods down. Now, you have to oil these rods. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put oil on the rods here. I'm going to oil them up real good. And I'm going to lay them in here. And oil them up pretty good. Because we want the plastic to come right off of these rods here. So we're going to lay them in there and then oil them up pretty good. So I'll brush them. Each one will get some oil on it. This is kind of messy here, but you got to make sure that they're oiled well. And your fingers get a little messy too. And you lay them in there. And then I'll show you what I do here real quick. Put the oil on the rods like that. And then lay them in there. Okay? And what I'll do is I'll just smear the oil down, the warm oil in there. I'll hit both sides of the mold like so, and then I will wipe these up. And now what I do, guys, is I take these rods and I go about 3 or 4 ribs down at the end of the worm itself, and I give a little bit of room there so they're all pretty even. And then what I'll do is I'll take them and I'll close the mold out, and then we will move this over, and I'll show you. I'm going to move this into the I'm going to put the plastic back in to the microwave to get it heated up. I'm going to put the mold into my vise over here, and then we'll shoot it. Okay, so we have the blue ready to go. We're going to mix this up. Seems like it's a good consistency here. I'm going to mix this up. Okay, we're going to get ready to shoot it now. Put that on here. We're going to get the injector. We're going to take a nice full injector, and then we're going to put it in the mold and push down and squeeze and give it constant pressure for about 10 seconds, guys, because we want that to get all around that rod and make sure we have a nice solid shoot here. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull that up, and we're going to fill the sprue up so there's no air. Put the rest back into the cup, and then we'll let that cure, and we'll be right back. Alright, while that mold is curing, guys, this is the injector here, and you can see that color of the blue with the navy in it and the silver. So that's going to be a nice body color right there for you guys to see that right there. And we will put that back in the cup, and that will get melted down. And once this cures, I'll pull the plug out of here, and we'll cut that up, and we'll put it back in. So we're going to give it about 3 to 5 minutes to cure in the mold. Then we're going to pull it out. And when we do that, I'll show you how we prepare for the core shot. Okay, guys, well, I got it out of the vise, and we're going to open this up and see what they look like. Okay, so they look pretty good right there. So what we got to do here, guys, is what I do is I take these out, each one of these sticks. You can see how they're like together here. So what I do is I cut and pull off, okay, and I leave them in there like that. So what I do is I pull the extra off of these with the stick that's sticking out. I'll show you these in 1 second here. So I use the scissors and I pull them off. So that is the sprue that will cut up, and it'll go right back into the pot. And then, guys, what I got to do is I got to take these and pull these, and they slide right off of the stick there, and we put them back in there, just right where they go. So we want to take these off, pull that off, and put them right back in that mold, but exactly where they go. Just slide that out, and see when you oil them, they slide right out of there perfect. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Now, what I'm going to do is, just so it shoots a little better, what I do is I take the end of the tail and I just nick a little bit off. Just a little touch to give it like an air pocket, so it will completely fill up the body cavity. So just take a little nick of that off the back end of it, and you already have a little nick off of the front. So that is that right there. Make sure that they're back in perfect. Then we're going to close this up, and we're going to put it back in the mold, in the vise, and then we're going to get the block ready, which is another 20 seconds. We take our rods and we just put them aside, and now I'll show you how we shoot the block. Be right back. Alright, so we have the block is ready to go. Gonna mix it up and looks like we're ready to shoot the core shot. So what I'll do is I'll clean that little bit of blue off of there. I'll take a full injector of the black, and then we put that in and we shoot that. We push down with steady pressure, and we just hold it there for another 10 seconds to make sure we fill that cavity up. Sometimes they work great, sometimes they don't shoot as well. So we'll see what happens when we pull them out. And I'm going to keep the steady pressure on this for a little bit, and then I'm going to take it out, and then I'm going to fill that sprue up, and then we're going to let this cure for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then I'll show you the results in a few minutes. Alright everybody, so while we're waiting for the black core shot to cure in the mold here before I show you it, I just wanted to remind you guys that this is a watch and win. So whenever this logo pops up in the thumbnail, you look for my Off the Hook logo right here to pop up. Now this doesn't count as the timestamp, but somewhere in this video, this logo is going to pop up, and you write it in the comment section what time that logo pops up, and you're going to be entered to win these baits that I made here today. You'll be put on a spin wheel, and we'll post it in our post section of our channel. So stay with us. Okay guys, this is the moment of truth. So we have the mold here, and we have the baits that are core shot. Let's see how they look. They look really good, guys. Can you see that? You got the black tips. Let me cut these off for you guys so you can see one at a time here. Now the tips are black and the body is blue. So here, let me put these down here for a second, and let me put my sprue back in the black here, and then I'm going to show you these babies here. They look really good. So you see the black with the blue body and the black core shot, and then the tips of the end is black and the tip of the front is black as well. So that is an awesome little core shot there, guys. Alright, we're going to make another set of these and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so here is the results of the core shot. You can see the black tip right here, the blue body with the black inside, and then there's a little black tip at the end where I nipped off, so that core shot goes through there. So they look really nice, and we're going to make some more for the giveaway here, guys. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Alright guys, I put the rods back in. I am going to maneuver these so they don't move. Right about there. Fold these up, place them in the vise, and then we're going to prepare our blue again for the body. We're going to put that in the microwave for about another 45 to fit. We'll put it on 45 seconds. We'll let that go, and then we're going to shoot the bodies again. Alright guys, we're back. We're mixing this blue up again for the body. You're going to get an injector full of this. Inject them. Slow, steady pressure for about 10 seconds to get that around those rods. Make sure everything's shot around the rod so there's no air pockets in it. Excuse me. Okay. Lift up. We're going to fill that sprue up with some plastic. We're going to shoot the rest into the cup, and we'll be back in a few minutes to show you the results. Alright guys, we're going to clean this up a little bit here. Lay this down here so which way that pops out, which they did. They popped out. We are going to take these and nip them right here. Pull them off. This takes a little time to do this, guys, so. There we go. We're going to take the sprue, put that back into the blue. Get all the blue out of there. Now we're going to take these off, slide them off. You can see how they slide right off. Like so. When you oil them up, if you don't oil them correctly, they won't come off that easy, guys. So it's a lot harder than it looks. Believe it or not, anybody shooting these will know. Now at the end of these, I just, like I said, nick off the ends of the tails so it'll accept the plastic a little better here. And that one looks like there's a hole in it already. I'm just snipping the end tails off, and then they're going to go right back into the mold exactly the way they came out. So we're going to put these in there. Put them back in like that. It takes a little time to get them perfect. Get that in there like that. Push that back in. And they look like they're in there pretty good. Cover them up. Now we'll put them back in and we will prepare the black for the core shot. We'll be right back, guys. Okay, we are ready with the black. Get it nice and hot here. That off to the side. Take an injector and then add it and push down steady and keep it down pretty good for about 10 seconds. Make sure everything fills up. And like I said, guys, not all the time do they fill. Sometimes you get some messed up ones. But the messed up ones are still, you can still use them unless there's big air pockets in them. So we'll do that. Fill that sprue up. And then put the rest in the cup. And then we will see you back here in about 3 to 5 minutes. Alright, guys, we're going to take these out. See what they look like. And they look like they shot really good again. There they are right there, guys. Very nice. This one didn't go all the way to the end, but it's still a good shoot. So we're going to cut these off. There you go. We're going to set this, put these back in the sprue, put it back in the cup, and there are the baits. Right there, guys. Pretty awesome. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, everybody, well, here is the results right here of the core shot. The blue body with the black core shot. They turned out really well. But it's a lot harder than it looks, guys. It just happened to work out pretty good for me today. But not all the time do they shoot. You end up wasting some of them. But some of the mess-ups you can actually still use for fishing. But giving these out or selling them, I would just put them on the side as second hands and give them away. Or I would use them myself. But that's the core shots. The blue with the silver and navy blue flake with the black core shot in there, guys. So that's awesome. All right, guys, remember, this was a watch and win video. So anytime my logo pops up in the video, there's going to be one time where you have to find it. And then you put the timestamp when it appeared in the comments, the timestamp, and then you will be entered to win those baits right there. I wanted to say thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. We're starting our fishing season, starting to come up here real soon, along with turkey season. So we're going to be doing a lot of bait making lives, a lot of bait making videos, use and do itMolds. So make sure you're tuning in. Hit that subscribe, share us out, hit that like button. It helps us out a lot. Check out our descriptions in all the videos because we have a lot of partners and affiliates where you can save some money. So like I always say, guys, take a kid fishing or hunting. We want to preserve our sport and pass that on to future generations. And we will see ya.